Once we believe in ourselves, we can risk curiosity, wonder, spontaneous delight, or any experience that reveals the human spirit. Growing up, we were very poor. We were on welfare. We lived in low-income housing. I remember having many Thanksgiving dinners at the soup kitchen. We really didn't have much. So all my clothes were hand-me-downs. All my shoes were bought at the thrift store or hand-me-downs. And I got picked on in school for it. I was known as the poor kid. I was known as the kid who was always wearing ratty shoes. And when I got into grade 4, grade 5, I wasn't learning very quickly. So they pulled me out of class and they ran some tests on me. And they told my parents and me that I was severely learning disabled. So now I was the poor kid and I was the dumb kid. And that belief system stayed with me throughout school, into my early adulthood, because that's all I knew. That's the only thing that my teachers, my parents, and people around me were telling me. Of course, I had my friends and I had my good qualities, but I was treated differently for those things. And I had to learn to let go of the mental slavery that others had imposed on me to start believing in myself. And it's not just others, but it's society as a whole. Society creates these boxes for us to live in, creates these go to post-secondary, get a degree, start your career, have a family, buy a house. And then you don't realize till later on, or if you're lucky, you realize earlier that that's not the ideal life that you wanted to live, or you are in a career that you don't enjoy. So breaking free of that box is really the first step in learning how to believe in yourself and believing in your own intuition. Not what society has created for you to believe, but listening to your own intuition and your own thoughts and creating a life through that way of thinking. And I also had to learn to let go of the opinions of others, to let go of the past opinions of you're dumb, you're poor, you're gonna be working at IHOP flipping pancakes for the rest of your days. And understanding who you are. Like, I had to come to terms with the fact that I was a slow learner. So I figured out strategies that could help me retain information. And even though I still learn at a slow pace, I just put more hours into what I'm learning, what I'm studying. Usually I'm studying self-development and reading books and trying out the different strategies that are in the books. And sometimes I have to write things down multiple times or read them over and over and over for me just to retain like a paragraph or a few sentences. And I'm perfectly okay with that, because I've learned to accept that's part of who I am and how I can use that to my advantage, and how I can even use it to inspire others who struggle in the same kind of way. And it was really important for me to build a very strong support system, to have people around me who believed in me, who knew my faults, but were still like, dude, you can do whatever I can't say the F word on YouTube. Maybe I'll bleep it out. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. And having that support group around me really is what pushed me to work towards a better version of myself and to start believing in myself. And another thing that I had to do was reprogram my inner dialogue. Our self-talk is what controls our reality. And we always feel like, did I bring my water? Quick break. We go into these negative thought patterns, or we go into these toxic thought patterns, and we just feel like we have no control over it. And that was me. And the only way I was able to fix that was to use mindfulness to shift my thinking, to be aware of when toxic and negative thoughts were dominating my mind, and assess, like listen to yourself and assess why you're talking to yourself this way. And usually that will give you the answer. Like for me, I had like body issues. Like I was very skinny. I was like, oh man, like I don't like what I see, and I'm skinny, and you know, no girl's gonna like me because I'm just a bucket of bones. So what's the solution? Like, what is my mind telling me? My mind's telling me, okay, you need to work out. You need to gain some weight. You need to like accept yourself. If you're overweight, if you're skinny, accept yourself, and then listen to your mind, and it will tell you the answers. And then you go in and take action. And as you take action on the solution, your confidence rises, and the belief in your abilities to change begins to flood your mind, begins to take away those toxic and negative thoughts and replace them with, I can do this. I am getting bigger. I am, adding weight. I am, or maybe for you, I am losing weight. I am able to talk to that attractive woman. I am able to, approach that person of my dreams. And once we start to listen to that voice is when we can really make a change. Letting go of limiting beliefs is one of the biggest parts, and expanding our consciousness. There's a quote, and it goes, I believe it goes, the only limits are the ones that you place on your own thinking. Which is so unbelievably true. You may not be able to become an astronaut, but you could do everything possible to walk down that path, and you might end up working at NASA. Shoot for the moon, land among the stars. So we have to really adjust our approach on our beliefs and question why we believe we can't do something. Like if you're trying to build muscle and you're in the gym and you're pumping it, and you're going 5 days a week, and 3-4 months go by, and you're like, why am I not making any progress? I guess it's not going to happen. Instead of adjusting our approach and thinking, maybe it's not just my workout, maybe it's my diet, which is way more important. Or if you're going to approach a woman that you find super attractive and you're so scared, instead of like being like, oh my God, I can't do this, adjust your approach and be like, what if I just go? What if I just say, like, let's say, F it, and just and just approach her? And then that's when you really start to grow as a human being. And you'll never grow fully as a human being if you keep those limits on your own thinking. And to really break free of those is by expanding your consciousness. And all that means is you're becoming more of yourself. You're finding greater meaning in life. And you can do this by taking risks, by approaching that girl, by going to the gym. I know a lot of people when they're overweight or they're too skinny, they're very intimidated to go to the gym. So we expand our consciousness by stepping into those fears and pushing ourselves. And through this, we find meaning, we progress, and we become more of who we want to be. And we discover so many incredible things about ourselves that we never even knew existed. And that's how you really become the greater version of yourself. All right, guys, that is it for this one. If you enjoyed it, make sure to drop it a big fat like and subscribe if you're new, and I will see each and every one of you in the next video. Much love, guys. Take care.